So let's talk about the Black Panther. Okay. We are gonna take this Black Panther 3 news with a grain of salt. Now we gonna take it with a grain of salt. So production list posted that Black Panther 3 is heading to production summer of 2026, and the movie is gonna be called Shadows of Wakanda. Yeah, that's what they said. That's what them people said. Now, the tagline of the movie says we'll explore Wakanda's vulnerability after T'Challa's death, with Shuri stepping up as both warrior and leader. I will say, I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true this is, y'all. I did some digging around, and some people have said like production list website is not legit. They do stuff for clickbait. So we are going to keep this right now. We're gonna keep this in the rumor category.
All
Yeah.
the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's a rumor. Now, I always felt like this movie would go into production 2026, late 2026, if they're aiming for an early release of 2028. The tagline does sound plausible. Okay. This is going to be my opinion. Y'all don't fight me in the comments. My opinion is I do think Shuri is still going to have the mantle of Black Panther in Black Panther 3. That's my opinion. I think Black Panther 3, the story is going to focus on raising that little boy up. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Now, I ain't saying that's what I want. That's kind of how I feel, because I feel like we're dealing with a trilogy, and I feel like Ryan Coogler wants to cap that trilogy off. Now, on the flip side, I'm gonna keep saying this. Things can change. Things can change. I do believe we're gonna get a variant, or we're gonna get variants of Black Panthers in either Secret Wars or Doomsday. I'm betting Secret Wars. I don't think in Doomsday, I don't think we're gonna see like any variants outside of like the X-Men variants and stuff like that. I think by the time we get to Doomsday and Battle World is set up, I think that's where we see a variant Black Panther. The question is that variant T'Challa, or is that variant the baby aged up, which is weird. I hope they don't do that. Don't age the boy up. And no, that's stupid. A lot of scoopers are saying that's what we getting. A lot of scoopers are saying they gonna take that little boy and age him up, and he gonna be the male Black Panther. I think that's so weird, and I don't think Ryan Coogler would let that happen. I think Ryan Coogler wants to be a part of aging that little boy up, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we are going to get a variant Black Panther, and the question is that variant gonna be T'Challa? Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is, because if they bring a variant T'Challa in, he can assume the mantle and carry the torch on. The problem is, do they have enough time in Secret Wars to tell that story? Like, do we have enough time to build a connection with Shuri and this variant T'Challa? And when Franklin Richards like resets everything and restructures the new world, is everybody gonna be on board with this new guy taking the place? And do we have enough time to explore that? Because they're gonna be exploring a lot in this movie. I feel like we got to deal with Wanda and Vision. We got to deal with Doctor Doom. We got to, like, it's a lot. They got a lot going on with this movie. They really have to try to simplify some of this stuff. And I don't know. I don't know what they gonna do. Now, there's always been rumors. The scoopers are saying this. I never said this. The scoopers say they believe that the little boy gonna be aged up, and he gonna be the male Black Panther. I don't know how we do that. I don't know. How do you age the little boy up unless Franklin Richards gonna touch him and him and Franklin gonna age up together? That's some weird shit. I don't know about that. That's weird. Now, there could be like a massive time jump from Doomsday to Secret Wars. Now, that's possible. We saw them do a 5-year time jump in Endgame. This kid right now, little TJ, little T'Challa, what y'all call him? He probably like 10 or 11 now. And with a 5-year jump, he probably be about 15 to 16. And then they'll probably do another time jump when after Secret Wars in. He might be about 18, 19. He might be. I think this Black Panther stuff can go either way. It could go either way. I think we either can have a variant or this little boy. But I do think that Shuri might still have that mantle. But this is what I'll say. Hold on, let's check the comments. Let's see what the comments are saying. All right. Cornelia says, but if this BP3 is before Secret Wars, that's a win because it's saying they rebooting after Secret Wars and T'Challa will be recast. I don't think Black Panther 3 is going to be before Secret Wars. I don't think that. Joe James said, not a legit source. Yeah, that's what I should have checked before I tweeted it, Joe. My fault. Johnny Rastafari says, we need that reboot quick, fast, in a hurry. Recast T'Challa. Johnny also says, Secret Wars need to wash that Coogler script away and reboot that story for sure. The question is, I think it's possible. Would Coogler be okay with that? I don't know. We'll see. But Money says, please don't age him up. I agree. Don't age him up. I agree. I don't like that. That's stupid. Johnny Rastafari says, yes, the fans want T'Challa real bad. We will accept it. Old Dog Gaming says, I can see it happening with a time jump. So Old Dog is a part of the crew of people who's cool with it with a time jump, aging a little boy up. I don't like that. I don't like it. Natik says, T'Challa Jr. should be aged up to no more than 14 to 16 years old and join the Young Avengers team. I'm with it. I think if they want to wait now, are you saying he should be aged up and join the Young Avengers and then Shuri continues to be Black Panther? Or Natik, are you saying the baby boy should be aged up and we bring another T'Challa variant in to kind of rule Wakanda? Let's see what you're saying about that. But I think it can go either way, y'all. I think this is so interesting, watching to see what's going to happen. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to tease it every time. They're going to lay all these. I would not be surprised when Doomsday end, if you hear some claws and you see like a man with the Black Panther mask on, and then they make you wait a whole another damn year to find out, is it T'Challa, is it a variant, or is it Toussaint aged up? That's how it's gonna end. Watch, they're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger. Cornelia says, recast Shuri. She too skinny. We not doing no body shaming over here. She just ain't hit her grown woman weight yet. Okay, Letitia. How old is Letitia Wright, y'all? Let's look her up. Letitia Wright age. Oh, she's 32. Give her time, Neil. Wait till she get about 35. That grown woman weight starts sticking. Leave her alone. We not finna recast Shuri. Let her keep. Why y'all want Shuri to keep her job? What Shuri did to y'all? Old Dog Gaming says, don't get me wrong, we still need T'Challa for sure. I just see Marvel doing something like that if all else fails, without a doubt. I hope they don't age that little boy up. Don't age the baby up. I don't want to see Franklin aged up. That's weird. But Marvel is weird. But I think this Black Panther stuff can go either way. We're gonna keep following this Black Panther. We're gonna follow it every week. I think every week we're gonna have new Black Panther stuff. Now, mind y'all, that production list, peep this out. Peep this. That production list said that Shuri is still gonna have the mantle when Black Panther 3 comes out. Don't y'all know Marvel dropped this an hour later after that came out? They dropped this. Let me play it for y'all.
We're mad scientists. We've got to own it.
Y'all hear that?
Give me the eigenvalue of that particle factoring in spectral decomp. Time travel.
The structure is polymorphic.
Right, we had to attach each neuron non-sequentially.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it.
I made them completely sound absorbent. I call them sneakers.
I want to create AI using brain scanning technology successfully.
As you're about to see, we've solved the physics of teleportation. Quite right, Herbie.
Did y'all hear that, man? Did y'all hear that? Drop it in the comments if y'all heard that. Y'all don't think that's weird? Y'all don't think that's weird that after production list dropped that Shuri was gonna still be a lead in Black Panther 3, that they dropped that an hour later.
We're mad scientists. We've got to own it. Give me the eigenvalue of that particle factoring in spectral decomp. Time travel.
The structure is polymorphic.
Right, we had to attach each neuron non-sequentially
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
because we didn't think of it.
I made them completely sound absorbent. I call them sneakers.
I want to create AI using brain scanning technology successfully.
As you're about to see, we've solved the physics of teleportation. Quite right, Herbie.
Yeah, that's what they dropped. That's what they dropped. So I just found it strange that video dropped, pretty much highlighting Shuri and Ironheart and all the smart people talking and planning and plotting. I do think Ironheart is gonna be in one of these films. Yeah. I do think she's gonna show up. I think Dominique Thorne signed a pretty little nice deal, and I think she's gonna show up. But I don't know, man. I look. We're gonna keep speculating and speculating until we figure out what's going on with T'Challa and a variant and Cooler. But this is what I'll say: by the middle of next year, summer, we should know a lot more. And I keep saying we need to watch what's gonna happen with Storm. I think if Storm is cast and she's young, I think they're gonna go young with T'Challa. Yeah. They're gonna go with TJ. I think if Storm is an adult woman, we might get T'Challa, grown man, staying after the incursion, staying after Secret Wars. I don't want Damson to get it. I want Damson to get his money now. I want Damson to show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe somewhere. I just don't want Damson to be T'Challa. Can y'all imagine Damson being T'Challa and he's supposed to be Shuri, big brother? He just don't give me big brother. He give me little brother. He don't give me big dog leader. He give me Prince. And that's exactly who he is, Prince. His name is Prince Sinan and Children of Blood and Bone. That's who he is. Let's go to the Cosmic Circus and look at their Q&A that Alex did. Alex is an insider and a scooper. So someone in their Discord says, is Damson Idris the new Black Panther? Alex says, I refuse to comment. I don't know what that means. This Damson thing is so. This is what I'll say about Damson Idris. If Damson Idris is the new Black Panther, he is the worst actor ever. Like, you can't even act like you not the Black Panther. Why you gotta smile every time it's brought up? I refuse to believe that Damson is that bad of an actor that he cannot put his poker face on. If he can't put his poker face on, they don't need to let him have a role. When you see Damson talking about roles that he's really a part of, he usually talks about it with a lot more care. Every time somebody asks him, bro, you the Black Panther, he just get all 32. He get to smiling. I think there might be some conversations or progressions of conversations with Damson, but if he gets it, man, I'm a root for the young man, because it seems like a lot of people want him to be the new Black Panther. So if Damson gets it, I will be 100% supporting him. He's not my choice, but I will be supporting Brother Damson if he gets this role, and if he wants the role, and if he gets the real role. I ain't talking about no variant, because whoever the variant might get kicked away. I hope he gets the real role, the role that's gonna be here for a while. Let's see. He also talked about Blaze. So the person says, Alex, it's nice to see you. The Blade movie sure is taking a while. Who would you like to see direct the film whenever it comes to fruition? So Alex says it's taking a minute because they wanted to push it back into the next saga. It will come to fruition. Don't worry about that. I've kind of always said that too. Me and Blue be arguing about Blade. I think Blade is coming. I think they trying to figure out the mechanics of everything. It shouldn't have taken this long for sure. That's That's stupid. It should have never taken this long to do a freaking vampire movie. It's ridiculous. All right, Natik says, I want to see an Eternal show up in these movies. I think we're gonna see some Eternals. Cause Camille Nanjiani said he signed a 6-movie deal. Or a 6-project deal. So if he signed 6 projects, that means everybody else signed 6 projects, and they have to figure out a way to either pay these people for the 6 projects, or they're going to have to start showing up in all of these random places. So I think the Eternals are still going to be here. We may not get an Eternals movie, but I think we're going to see them. I don't think, damn, man, that's a hell of a kill contract. So a kill contract is when you hire an actor to do the role and then you decide not to move forward with the movie. You got to pay them folks off. They probably had to pay Aaron Pierre off when they signed him up for Blade, and then they didn't do it. You had to go ahead and pay that man because he missed out on other movies fooling around with y'all. So I think we'll continue to see Eternals. Cornelia says, I'd rather see Damson as Blade. I'd rather see him as Blade than T'Challa. If I had to pick, I'd rather see him as Blade. He could be a young Blade. I can rock with that. I can rock with that. Neil says, just tell Mahershala we good and give him about $15 million for wasting his time. Hey, Mahershala just signed that new deal with Jurassic Park. It's supposed to be a sequel coming. So they better get it done and get it done quick. But yeah, man, go ahead and pay that man. Pay that man for wasting his time. Y'all playing too much with Blade. We should have been had a Blade movie. That's insane. Hey man, so Amazon sent me a whole podcast bundle that I don't really need. I don't really need this, so I want to give it away for Christmas. Somebody can have this. I don't need it. I'll be doing a raffle for that whole podcast bundle up until December 14th. I'll pick a winner and I'll try to get it to you as best as I can before Christmas. To get in the raffle, all you have to do is subscribe to my page, like the video, and leave a comment. And after your comment, put in parentheses the word podcast. That way I know who's interested in getting into the raffle. For example, you can say, hey, James Gunn is the best director of all time. Podcast. That's how I know that you want to get into the raffle. And you don't have to put like 10,000 comments, because all you need to do is enter one time per video. And then your name is going to go up into the raffle. This combo, see here? This is good for beginners, okay? If the new year... Oh, damn. Let me see. If the new year is starting off and you want to get into YouTubing or podcasting, or better yet, if you have kids who are interested into getting into streaming, and maybe you can't afford the equipment, or maybe you don't want to buy the equipment, get in the raffle. I'm giving this away. I don't need it. I already got my own microphone, my headset. I don't need this. I don't know why Amazon sent it to me, so I'm giving it away. It's a good beginner's starter pack, all right? It comes with 2 microphones, headphones, a soundboard, and some other stuff, all right? So once again, if you want to enter the raffle, subscribe, and leave a comment, and you'll automatically be entered. Remember, you have to put the word podcast after your comment so I know that you want to get into the raffle. Peace out.
Subscribe to my page.